on pole position. We'll see how he goes at this. He's been in that position once before and didn't crack easily. Michael Tom alongside of him, then Dale Lambert and Andy Booth.
Dean Perkins will start from 5th place of the grid. Alongside him, Paul Manuel and his Commodore, Angus Fogg and his Commodore, and Paul Radisich in 8th place.
In 9th, it's Paul Pedersen and his Falcon, with Kane Scott alongside of him in 10th. Then it's Wade Henshaw 11th and Hayden McKenzie in 12th.
Next, we've got the two Celtex Haviline Falcons of Craig Booth and Michael Shepherd. Along behind them, Jared Carlisle in 15th and Nick Ross in 16th.
So Clark Proctor leading the field to the start line here, alongside of him Michael Tom. Let's see how the ex-stock car driver can do in that Sedgwick's Falcon. Well, not a bad job by the look of it. Holding them back and holding them back. Now does the run. Keeps the lead by the look of it. Although Michael Tom going around the outside. We're on board with Michael Tom. He's quite a long way alongside. In fact, he's done it. I think there was a bit of a scrape as he went by maybe, but not a bad job.
Yes, everyone seems to have got through there fairly well unscathed. I talked too soon. I think that's Mike. No, it's Wade Henshaw off into the infield.
Well, that looks terminal. Someone else turned it around. Michael Wallace, I do believe, has lost it. Has perhaps got some assistance as he got onto the back straight. Yes, it's all over for Wade Henshaw.
Looks like a problem with the engine by the way it just stopped there. Up front, Michael Tom. I only noticed the way he wrestled his way through there. Arms were out. Felt like he was riding a bike or something.
Dean Perkins. Oh, there's a very busy spot on the track. Dale Lambert has gone back a couple of places. He's back in 4th or 5th already. So Dean Perkins in 2nd and 3rd place. It's Andy Booth. He'll be very much relishing this position. Andy Booth leading the series points and already well up in this last race of the day.
Yes, looking back in about 7th or 8th place, you can see the chief protagonist there. The main series rivals are going for it, looking for that gap to come through.
So Clark Proctor's dropped back to about 5th place already, 6th make that, as Andy Booth throws down the challenge to Perkins down the inside of the front straight. No, he thinks better of it. A real borderline judgments at that point. You've got to be so careful, don't you? Because he does not want any official action taken against him for banging into somebody. Nothing like that to spoil his points haul. And tucked up right behind him now, Angus Fogg, just behind the two leaders.
Yes, what you're seeing with these cars now, as I said, the parity is so close. The cars are very, very similar on pace and ability of braking. They run the same tyres, brakes. And, oh, look at this. Michael Tom and Dean Perkins having a good go. Michael Tom's got the inside line and gets it sideways.
Perkins seemed to have good speed coming down there before the braking area and got that run. I think he's going to do it. No, he's not. Michael Tom hung on there and it paid off. He manages to hold on to the lead for the moment with lots of pressure from behind from Dean Perkins, Angus Fogg, and then it's Paul Radisich tucked in behind him.
Taking a look at the start again, this time from Kane Scott's perspective. Just in front of him, Angus Fogg on the right, Paul Radisich on the left. That's Paul Pedersen squeezing down the inside.
Yes, but it's Fogg, I think, who gets the better of it. Radisich got a little bit loose there, had to give way, and in fact, Fogg's gone ahead of Paul Manuel as well.
Another view from back in the field, this time from Aaron Harris's point of view. Into the first few corners, it's Grant Shivers just in front of him, and that's Michael Wallace spinning off to the right.
Yes, it was all drama, and as we come back to the racing, Mike Darrow, the series sponsor, pulls out of the race.
Oh, up front, here we go. Challenge for the lead. That's Dean Perkins with a good shot down the outside.
Yes, Michael Tom didn't seem to have the same pace as the Falcon as they came down the last piece of the back straight to the kink and then down into the braking area. Look at Fogg all over the back of him as well. And Andy Booth in the 021 car. Paul Radisich on the outside. But Perkins has got him. And Fogg, who's going to get the lead away as they leave the corner? Well, Tom trying to come back at him. I think Foggy's got through. That's great driving. He just has to hold on to it. These two side by side through the left-hander. Now that is brave.
Yes, Dean Perkins won't be living there very long. As you can see, Angus Fogg just squeezed them out over the top of the hill here. On board with Paul Pedersen looking ahead here. Look at these cars moving round. Radisich inside, then outside. Andy Booth down the inside. It's all go.
Yes, Michael Tom being picked off. He's almost getting sandwiched there, but Radisich now dives down the inside of him again. So Angus Fogg leading this big line of cars. Dean Perkins right in behind. Fogg looked loose there. Still manages to keep it under control. This is well back in the field. Oh, Mark Wooden gets it off on the edge of the track. Turns it around. Oh, look out. Ashley Hall or David Parsons has to swerve wildly to miss him. Here's the view from Parsons' car coming down over the top of the hill and sees the car spinning, gets right off the gas, but which way does he go? Oh, goes to go left, realises the car's rolling back towards him and has to go right instead. Look at the battle for the lead, though. Perkins holding on. Fogg around the outside. Booth down the inside.
Yes, a pecking order trying to be established. Yes, Michael Tom getting loose and Paul Manuel off onto the grass. These guys are really charging at the front now.
Certainly are. Dean Perkins has his hands full with Angus Fogg and Andy Booth. And right behind them, Paul Radisich really putting the pressure on. Now Paul Pedersen joins that line of cars as well.
Yes, Dean Perkins up front will be relishing this opportunity to show off in front of his sponsors and his supporters and doing a great job so far.
Yes, 2 sixth places so far today for Dean Perkins in the GT Radial Falcon. The car does look to have good speed, so all he's got to do is just retain his composure and take the pressure from behind. GT Radial Falcon taking the pressure and getting a little bit of a gap on Angus Fogg and Andy Booth fighting over second. Look at Booth get very sideways as he goes around the sweeper into the S's that time.
Paul Pedersen looking forward to this battle. Paul Radisich right up the back of Andy Booth. This battle's turning into a great one.
Yes, the fight is for second, third and fourth between Angus Fogg, Andy Booth, and tucked in behind him, Paul Radisich. Not very far behind him either.
Oh, that's Paul Manuel pulling off. Another bit of bad luck for him. I'll be wondering when it's going to end.
On board with David Thexton as he goes past the Manuel Oryx car, slowing down on the back straight. Meantime, back up front, the fight continues for second place on back. Look at Fogg holding down the line, taking the pressure from Booth, trying to come around the outside of it. Oh, a touch there. Nearly turned him right around. Paul Radisich just nudged in the side of the 021 car, gave him a half a turn around, then backed out of it.
Oh, Andy Booth would have had half heart failure there. That was just a big moment to have, but notice he just kept the power on. If he backed off, it could have been tragic.
Yes, well, a big bump there, that would really aggravate things in that circumstance, that's for sure. So Paul Radisich still sitting behind the 021 car there, which again looks quite loose coming through that corner. Now locks the brake just a little bit. You get the feeling things are warming up here.
Oh, Andy Booth showing real determination in this race. I think he's got the bit between his teeth. He wants to win this one. But mind you, he's got Radisich behind. Look how calm and steady he looks in the cab.
This is Paul Radisich. Here he comes again around the outside. Booth trying to force him wide. Now Booth just has to stay late on the brakes and hold the inside line.
And he will do so. Nowhere to go there. Paul just gave him track room, hoping that he'll get back inside. No go this time. Paul Pedersen looks like it's joined the battle.
Aaron Harris's view of the hairpin. There's lots of cars turned around down there, including, I think, Michael Shepherd's car, the number 34 Caltex Haviland car, and Hayden McKenzie. No, it's Jared Carlisle just getting underway, so they've lost about 3 places.
Yes, but Dean Perkins pulling away from Angus Fogg now. Split it up a little bit. Here we go. Back, Radisich down the inside of Andy Booth.
Yes, well, Fogg getting a break on them. Oh, trouble for Dean Perkins out front. A tyre really smoking as he went round the left-hander there. Now and Booth locks up again.
Oh, there goes Angus Fogg. It's heating up at the front. He looks like he's suffering from braking problems this late in the race.
On board now with Michael Tom down the back straight and shaking his head. I think he's a frustrated man. Cars coming past him.
That could be a power thing or a handling thing. It's hard to tell, but whatever it is, he's not a happy chap.
There we've got the view from Kane Scott. He's one of them just going past as they take the kink. Michael Tom trying to fight back. That is the car of Clark Proctor right ahead of Kane Scott. And Tom's got him. He got back at him. Well, maybe yes, maybe no. No, he hasn't. In fact, he's fighting to stay in front of Kane Scott.
Yes, Clark Proctor, one of the stars from Teretonga, doing a good job in this reverse grid race. Right in behind Angus Fogg there, who's recovered from that off.
Yes, well, so that's where Fogg is slotted back into this train of cars. Sitting back in there, also the second team Kiwi Racing car of Nick Ross, just a little bit further back. And one of the Caltex Haviland cars fighting hard with Andy Anderson going down the inside in the red and white car. Whoa, they almost squeezed into the wall as Nick Ross pulled over on him. That is a very big battle going on here.
Yes, Angus Fogg and Clark Proctor through the under-railway. And look at that battle. Kane Scott's got a mirror full of what's going on behind.
Yes, Tom right behind him. Then it's Craig Boot in the Caltex Haviland car. The number 07 car. Look at Scott rocket away out of railway and down the back straight this time.
Yes, that car's certainly got some power, but Kane Scott's doing a great job of getting it up there.
So Clark Proctor next in behind Angus Fogg. Then it's Kane Scott. Then this fight between Boot and Michael Tom coming back past him. He doesn't want to give in easily, that's for sure. Oh, and now he's copped a hit for his trouble. trouble. A couple of hits make that, and Andy Anderson is caught up in it as well. And Nick Ross. All the other cars avoiding action. Hayden McKenzie off the outside. But Andy Anderson and Nick Ross, the big casualties there.
Yes, I was going to say Nick Ross diving down the inside, but 3 into 2 don't go. And here we have probably 2 casualties from the race. This is the new Crab driving style. He's got a broken suspension arm here by the look of it.
This is the replay on board from Kane Scott. You can see he almost got hit himself by the Hydrolink car, and you can see Tom turns around. Here we are with Michael Tom. Let's listen. Ouch. Oh, 3 big hits. You're just sitting there like a sitting duck waiting for the next one to plough into you.
But it doesn't look like it slowed him down.
Andy Anderson coming in. That's definitely the end of his race. There's been a lead change. Look at this. Dean Perkins slowing in the background. I was trying to figure out where he was as we saw Paul Radisich coming through. Then Andy Booth. Then in the third spot, Paul Pedersen, and Dean Perkins is out of the race. Hasn't even come round the corner yet.
Yes, we got a wisp of smoke off that right or that left front tyre early on. I think he may have a tyre problem. What a shame for the guy who really wanted to bring it home this weekend.
Yes, well, that would have set their day off. The GT Radial Falcon now pulling in. The helmets come off. Oh, Dale Lambert gets very loose, avoiding Andrew Fawcett. Oh, he keeps his boot into it. Tried to get himself back under control and lost it.
Oh, and if we can't get it right, let's put a show on for the crowd. He's doing that.
I think he's a little frustrated as he resumes the racing. Now he's tucked in behind Michael Tom, so he's resumed there. Meantime, our new race leader, Paul Radisich, the Rat, out of Australia at the moment, come home to show the guys the way around Pukekohe, and does it in this last race if he can just stay there.
What a culmination for him for the weekend. Complained earlier of the ballast he was carrying from success from the earlier win, and here he is doing it with that extra ballast on board. Well done for Paul.
Yes, in second place, Andy Booth, the man who leads the series. This is going to do him no harm whatsoever. He's had a good day today.
Yes, Andy Booth, Mr. Consistency of the series so far. Paul Radisich heading down towards the latter stages of the race, pulling some space between himself and Andy Booth.
Yes, and of course, Radisich had 2 wins down in Teretonga the last time he came to this series, so he has had a very, very good record in the V8 touring cars.
Yes, United Video sponsors will be very happy. I know it's been very difficult for them this season with Mark Pedersen being off ill, but Paul being able to call Paul in and do the job and getting this sort of result is just the ultimate, I guess.
Yes, well, once the season turned to the proverbial for the United Video team with Mark Pedersen's illness, all they really had to look forward to was clocking up race wins. Paul Radisich came to Teretonga and did it, and now he's only a couple of corners away from his 3rd win in the series after only just 6 outings. That's pretty good going.
Yes, great. And for Andy Booth, doesn't get much better. Again, a good solid result from this weekend. Another 2nd place in the championship. Paul Pedersen, again, the main contenders up near the front.
Indeed they are. Paul Pedersen will have done his championship chances a lot of good here today as Paul Radisich comes through in the United Video Falcon to take this one out. His first win here at Pukekohe, his 3rd for the series. Angus Fogg coming home 4th ahead of Kane Scott and Clark Proctor, the pole man.
Here we are with David Thexton just winding it down to the finish, back in 18th place. In behind him, Michael Wallace, Danham Templeman, following through to about 20th place.
Yes, Thexton finishing off with a 20th, a 28th, and this place an 18th. As he comes through, this is David Parsons tracking them down to the finish line.
Yes, this win for Paul Radisich will do great things for his confidence as he heads off to Australia for the V8 Supercar round. Confident with a new team, new cars, and this win will just make him feel so good.
Not feeling so good, Dean Perkins, as he pushes the GT Radial Falcon in as the race leaders come on through. The crowd, though, has had a great day here at Pukekohe with the Parker NZ V8s. And look at Michael Tom. Even though he had that clash in this last race, still doing burnouts, as is Grant Shivers.
Well, you have to work pretty hard on those reverse grid races.
And they're a lot of fun, they really are. It's probably the 2nd most enjoyable run I've had. The other one was in Invercargill. We're running full maximum weight in the car, and I still believe that the weight needs to be readdressed and come up with a fairer system.
Was there a little bit of confusion at the start of the race about how much weight you actually had to carry?
Oh, they just put it to maximum. Yeah, everyone said, I heard the guys say on the PA that we'd taken weight out of it, but no, actually running maximum weight, which is whatever it is. The box is full. And really, from a safety issue, brakes are just not holding up.
It's actually one of the most enjoyable races I've done in years. 7 aboard. Yeah, no, it's, you know, as I've said all along, we've been trying to have a conservative run this weekend, and, you know, we've got a bit of a strategy to try and lose as much weight as we can for Taupo, where the weight would really hurt you. But, you know, when a good result's thrown in your face like that, you've got to put the bit between your teeth and take it.
Yeah, there was a lot of luck there as well. We had the pace down the chute, and realistically, I just followed Rat. As Rat took one, you know, I had to take one. Probably 5 laps to go, we just ran out of brakes in the rear, so I just backed off, and I could have had Booth, but it just wasn't worth DNFing. You know, we've been doing too much of it this year, so just a conservative, use your head drive, and you know, try and then take the round win.
Yeah, I'm wrapped. That was a really good race. We all had a really ding-dong battle, and you know, nobody hit anybody to any great degree. So yeah, fantastic race, and fourth is all good. We don't carry any weight forward to Taupo, so looking good for there, hopefully.
So confirming the results of this final race.